and welcome to Straight Talk. This is your Drive at 5 show, and welcome. This is Catherine Tyson, and I am back with you for this amazing new year that we have now just embarked upon. I have to call it amazing because the opportunities that are ahead of us are for all of us, and I want us to start off on the right foot. Oh my goodness, has it been a year? Has it been a lovely vacation and time with family and just bringing us all right back here? And if you've made it back, welcome. And those that we have lost, just condolences to everybody and comfort to you, to celebrate the lives of the people that you loved and lost, and to just make the best of all of your days and to honor their memories as well. So, welcome, and thank you for joining me this afternoon on Straight Talk Drive at 5. Today is Monday, and generally we would have the Health City people in with Medical Mondays, but they will be back with us next week. So don't forget to tune in then when they will bring some really great information about what's going on over there at Health City. And just a little plug for them on a Monday. I just had a personal experience with a family member having surgery there, and I mean it was just an amazing experience. And they are now on the road to recovery and they're doing well. And I want to thank the people of Health City, all of them, the nurses that work so hard, the all of the staff, every single person, the people that bring the food. The food was amazing, the service was amazing, and thank you for that. I spent a few days traveling to the east, to the beautiful east side of our island, and that drive alone is just beautiful and it's lovely. And and then when you get there and you're just treated so well, just wanted to just shout them out this new year and say happy new year to all of you, and wishes for the best year ever. And I know we say that at the beginning of every year, but guess what? We can always work towards achieving that, and it can happen. So, Happy New Year to all of you also who've tuned in today. And best wishes for lots of love, luck, light, positivity, generosity, gratitude, all those good things that bring good things. So, put it out there and you're going to get it back. Got a couple of quotes for you this afternoon. When you give joy to other people, you get more joy in return. You should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. That's Eleanor Roosevelt. And from Mark Twain, stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great too. I love that because great minds have no problem with you being great. Anybody who has a problem with you being great, start doing some inventory on the people that you're surrounding yourself with for sure. By Mahatma Gandhi, learn as if you will live forever. Hear it? Learn as if you will live forever. Live like you will die tomorrow. Now that's great, right? So make sure you're living, make sure you're learning also, and you're never too old to learn. Norman Vincent Peale says, when you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world, right? So you can have a different mindset, but if you're doing the same things, if you're hanging with the same people, if you did what you did yesterday, it wasn't working, you're still doing it. It doesn't matter if you change your thoughts, you got to change your body, you got to change your movements, you got to change your action. So I love that one. It is only when we take chances when our lives improve. The initial and the most difficult risk that we need to take is to become honest. And that was by Walter Anderson. And that is the truth. A lot of times we are just living in our own dishonesty, and sometimes it's really out of fear. We're afraid to really embrace the truth, really, because if we have to make decisions that are politically it might be difficult, but if you make them, chances are your life will change and you are sitting on, I'm talking to me, been there, done that, got the t-shirts, and every single day is a journey, of self-discovery. So don't ever for a second, when you hear people giving you advice, think that they're not listening to that advice also. Nature has given us all the pieces required to achieve exceptional wellness and health. Listen, that's a good one. Nature has given us all the pieces required to achieve exceptional wellness and health, but has left it to us to put these pieces together. Now, isn't that something? It's given us all the pieces, but we got to put them together. So sometimes we're just leaving them and we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, then we're not actually tapping in to all the health and wealth that we could be enjoying. And that was by Diane McLaren. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. There, that's it. I don't even think I have to say any more today. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. We think failure is fatal. Failure is what it is. It is a thing. You failed. Get up, dust yourself off, start again. Success is not final. You never reach that destination. Okay, I succeeded at that. I'm good. No, what's next? What more can I do? Who else can I help? Right? It's the courage to continue that counts. And that was by Winston S. Churchill. And I started reading a lot about Winston Churchill. We know the name and everything, but when you start reading about his journey and what he really did, it's very, very interesting. And I've been watching The Crown on net, of course, a lot of well is on that. So definitely See if you can do that for yourself because that's really, really important. Another thing that you could try in 2021, and I'm telling you, I can promise you it's going to work. Garner you, but it could really set the tone for the day ahead. Think about it. If you're driving along right now, if you're listening in an office, at home, try it right now. It's not gonna feel good. I'm telling you, if you smile right now and you say, "Hey, well, that was a good day, but you know what? I'm gonna have a better day tomorrow. I'm going home now, and I'm gonna rest. And I'm gonna relax. Oh, what am I gonna have for dinner? Oh, wow! I'm gonna have some cereal. Oh, I'm gonna have some chicken. Just play with that smile and feel how that feels. That if you can set your day, you can start your day like that. I mean, you just kickstart your day onto something awesome. You know, it's going to be hard for somebody to bring you down if you start it like that. So, another thing that might be good for 2021, I know a lot of us have New Year's resolutions. How about New Year revelations, New Year promises to ourselves? One of them could be exercise daily, move your body, do whatever that makes you move. It could be dancing, it could be jumping on the spot, it could be going for a run with your favorite music playing through your earphones that you're listening to and it's relaxing you. It just whatever. Just make sure you're incorporating 20 minutes of exercise every single day for your dose of happy hormones. So that's going to give you happy hormones. So as you can see, some of these things always are already just saying, how are you starting your day? How are you living your life? And this is your opportunity now to do that for yourself in 2021. Another thing, I know some of you do it, some of you don't. Sing in the shower. Haven't you felt a sense of happiness when you come out of a nice shower after singing your favorite song or listening to your favorite music? While you're at it, don't forget to put on your best scented body wash because now you're dealing with your aroma therapy, right? So you're dealing with your scents and you're dealing with your hearing and all these things that's really feeding the body the happy hormones. So do that. It's believed that our favorite aromas have pleasant memories associated with them that make us feel blissful. So that's good enough reason to enjoy a warm shower, listen to your favorite music, and use your favorite body wash and just de-stress. Just let the whole day kind of come off of you, right? Another thing, practice meditation. Meditation, it's that little buzzword. We heard it a lot. I heard it a lot in 2019. I think 2020 people weren't even trying to hear nothing about anything other than when is life going to get back to normal. But meditation was one of those things that was very, very buzzy. But the thing about it is, we're always hustling, we're always moving, we're always going, and our culture kind of glorifies that. The harder you work, the more money you make, the more tired you are. That's success. We're never told to slow down. We're never told to relax, right? But guess what? That's equally important. So practicing meditation for about 15 to 20 minutes every day, it's a healthy practice. In fact, research shows that your brain releases an anti-anxiety chemical called GABA when we practice meditation or yoga. The study found that there is 20% increase in GABA levels after an hour of meditation. So that's a very good reason to meditate, right? Another thing that I think that we all take for granted and we need not is eating breakfast. All right. Have you heard that saying that you should eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper? So the biggest meal should be at breakfast, the second biggest at lunch, and the last meal should be, the smallest meal. Most of us are in such a hurry, and I am so guilty of that every morning that we forget to eat breakfast and we end up feeling hangry. Not hungry, hangry. You know what that means, right? Well, how about enjoying a nourishing meal packed with your favorite foods every morning? It will help you look forward to something and at the same time give you a boost of energy. So And not only is it going to give you sustenance, but it's going to give you energy and it's going to give you fuel to take on your day. All these things are going to lead you into this happy day, this good feeling, to really approach and attack that day and get the best out of it. I just talked about reading Winston Churchill. How about getting to the habit of reading? Not just the internet, not just a computer, but our attention span seems to be dwindling. We're doing 10 things at once. I'm on my phone, I'm playing a game, the TV's on, I'm listening to that, the music's on, and then I'm having a conversation. Really? We find that reading is very boring, but reading can actually take you away. It takes you to places. So get a book from your favorite genre, slip into the quilt, and sip on some hot chocolate as you immerse yourself in a different world. And now your brain is actually taking you there. So you're able to smell the flowers or be in the garden that they're talking about, or running in the rain. You're actually able to feel it, smell it, all that stuff, as opposed to just watching it unfold. And I'm a Netflix binger, right? So I think just picking up that good book is sometimes also very awesome. Another thing is taking an afternoon nap. Oh my, isn't that something? I think in Spain, is it Spain and Chile? I think they have siesta still. So they break during, I think it's like 12 to 1:30 or 12 to 2:30 every day, and there's nothing going on, no business. A friend of mine lived in Spain, so he was able to tell me, listen, no, there's nothing going on, everything is closed. And so his family just goes home and takes naps. And so taking an afternoon nap can be extremely helpful in boosting your mood. At the same time, it ensures improved alertness and performance without interfering with your nighttime sleep. The research also shows that when you do not take a nap in the day, you become sensitive to negative emotions. Now, I know we are not accustomed to naps. So if you have a chance, any of you experience those Saturday naps or those Sunday naps, you know how effective and refreshing a nap can be. So when you can't do it, put it into your schedule, right? Also, multitasking, let's do less of that in 2021. We are so accustomed to doing so many things at once. How about just performing one task, just focusing on one task at a time and help distress yourself a little bit. And then you can check that off your list when you've accomplished it. I feel good when I accomplish things. So why not see that that is lending towards just a better uh, frame of mind and opportunity for you to really get to success levels that you've never thought about. 2021 is here. It is your opportunity to do that. How about calling your friends? Call a friend, catch up with your few friends, have a nice warm conversation. There's nothing like venting or feeling nostalgic when you share memories. It's a great feeling. It makes you feel so good to have connected and to reminisce, right? Happy friends increase our happiness by 15.3%. So, seek out those people that make you happy, that you like being around. Do you have a favorite aunt that loves when you visit? I know I have an aunt, she always has food at her house, and I love to go visit her because I can always find something there that I didn't cook at my own house. And I used to do that like every Sunday. I just pull in, what did you cook? And she'd have stuff like meatloaf, meatballs, roast beef, stuff. I'm like, but this is only sold in restaurants. My aunt would have it just in her kitchen, and I'd be able to sit down and eat that and watch an African movie with her. She loves that. And it was really nice. It was such a nice time, and she loved it. She loved the visit. So go ahead and call your friends, call your favorite aunt, go look for your grandparents, go do something, right? And you know what? It's a good thing in 2021 for sure. Meet people in person. Because last year what we went through. We went through 2020. We were not able to see people. We were not able to be face to face. Things were limited. In some places, they're still wearing masks. Here, still wearing masks. In some places, actually, the hospitals and the doctor's offices. But in this year, how about taking the precautions and stepping out to see a friend or two, that live around you, especially in your neighborhood as well. Um, Happy friends who live within a kilometer of your house makes you 42% more likely to do. So find some friends on your block, find some friends in your neighborhood, right? That's also really good. And of course, then you get to sit down and laugh and reminisce and just have a great time. Also, spend money on experiences. So It's good to spend money on buying the latest gadget. We love that. Or the outfit, that we've been looking at, or the shoes, or whatever. But the amount of satisfaction that you get when you spend on experiences is completely different. So you can also take friends out for a treat, maybe for lunch, maybe for coffee, take them out for spa day. In fact, when you spend money on someone else, making someone else happy, right? Finding when I run into people anywhere, if I'm buying my lunch or something, I'm kind of pushing myself in ways to somebody with some lunch, and somebody did that for me one day, which was so nice. So it comes back and you don't even expect it, right? Another thing, give hugs. Hug people. We were not able to hug people. So release the cuddle chemical oxytocin, and then we'll end up feeling happy because of that human touch. Um, it's a link that's social bonding, fostering trust and loyalty. So, and guess what? A hug also lowers your blood pressure and helps you release anxiety. So hug away to glory. I know some people get anxious hugging, but yeah. So, the last thing I'm going to say this afternoon is keep a gratitude journal. So, write about the best things that have happened to you during the course of the day in a journal, and just train your mind to find positive things on tough days, right? I said it was the last thing, but one more. Eat a prolonged dinner. So, we understand that life is tough. There's a lot that needs to be juggled during the day, but how about giving yourself some time at night, maybe during dinner? Spend an hour by yourself or enjoy the meal with your family as you share the stories of the day. It won't just make you feel great, but the effect that it will pass on to your family and the connection that you're making with your family is going to really make all the difference in the world. Gosh, I have a couple more. So I did just want to share those with you. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep, you're drinking water, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking care of the people that are around you, and just set yourself up for 2021 to be the most awesome year ever. I have a couple of guests that I'm going to be bringing on in a few minutes, so I'm going to take a quick break and come back. But you guys stay right there. Make sure you don't change that dial because you're going to want to hear what these guests have to say when we're talking about a competition that we're going to be having in Cayman, or we're having it now, and everybody can sign up for from Cayman Enterprise City. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Straight Talk in just a few minutes. So we're at the screening now, so we're gonna have to be quiet, but okay. Hello, of course, Caitlin, I know you. I'm Catherine, but Charlie. Charlie, okay. Just wherever you sit. Caitlin, do you want to sit there? This is mainly an interview with her. Okay. So do you want to sit down?
is,
under Cayman Enterprise City, or are they doing that just
it's up,
just
it's
the labor
up to each project? Yeah, so you could have an existing business and maybe you have a new product to launch, you can take part. You might have no business at all and you're not even you want to set up in the zone, or anyone who's in. So we're just tapping into that talent. We'll be able to have project advisors and just a really cool community to bounce ideas off. So that,
okay,
yeah. And by the way, yeah, so to your point, when we say that we're building a community, we don't mean that we're just building a community within the special economic zone that's kind of closed off to the rest of the island. We want local people, local companies, as many people as possible to get involved in this community, and that for that reason, things like the competition are open to
in the community. But also after the COVID pandemic, just really great to be able to support young and budding projects as well as new initiatives and risk taking. I think it's it's new.
Okay, all right, and so it will be a couple of awards then.
Yeah, yes? So the grand prize, drum roll, I don't think we've announced it yet.
Okay,
so Charlie, do you want to announce?
You go ahead.
Okay. So the grand prize is $10,000 US to the winning project. We also have awards for the Creativity Award and the Community Impact Award. So the Creativity is one that has the creative solution to a problem, and the Community Impact one is one that really makes a difference to our community in the Cayman Islands.
Okay.
And all of the winners for those 3 prizes will get 1 year complimentary membership to our makerspace, which includes a green room, a workshop area, and a boardroom facility.
Okay, so I'm kind of imagining then when you win is when you begin.
Yeah, when you win is when you begin. I like that. That's really good. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
So because that's when your project is kind of going to take off. So that money is almost like to fund your idea.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
And obviously, for us just announcing the awards, we'll do some press releases and interviews and things like that. So it's really great exposure, especially if you're a new project or a new initiative and you want to get the word out.
Yeah. So how many people can apply? How many people are you projecting that that you're going to be judging?
So we've capped it at 10 projects. Okay. So anyone can apply.
Okay.
The application form is on our website, and the top 10 projects will go through, and they'll go through a series of workshops and projects advisories, and just have about 3 months to kind of arrange their pitch deck and get their project kind of solidified and work with other people to really formalize their idea. And then at the end, we'll have a pitch and test day where individuals can pitch their idea to the judges, and then we'll announce the winners.
Okay, is this, I don't know, it could be, I might be off base, but is it kind of like the Shark Tank thing?
Yeah,
because I've seen that on television, so it's just sounding very familiar.
Yeah,
kind
of like the Shark Tank, but a lot more workshops and a lot more community. So we'll match you with individuals that can really help you with your projects.
Like wow.
How to find funding, how to do your marketing plans, and how to all sorts of things. We've got tons of workshops lined up.
Okay, all right, great. That sounds very exciting. So whoever applies, basically there's going to be a vetting period, and then you're going to select 10.
10, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And then what happens with those 10? Then you're doing all the workshops and stuff like that to flesh out the ideas and.
Yeah. So I'll go through the kind of important dates for your diary.
All right.
So the deadline is the 31st of January. So at the end of January, you've got to get your projects in. They don't have to be a completely finished idea. There's a short kind of application form on the website. And then we'll do some breakout sessions with your project advisors. And then there's a design weekend, which runs from the 27th to the 28th of February. And then you'll continue with your breakout sessions. And then the pitch and test day is on the 27th of March.
My mom's birthday.
Oh.
All right. And so that's to pitch your idea and test it out, and then the final is when?
Then that's the final on the 27th of March. Yes. Then after the pitch and test day, we'll have an awards dinner.
Oh,
and
wow.
We'll have a social event where everyone can celebrate. And,
all right. Yeah. So I guess the final 10 will be winners anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you imagine that what will happen is of the 10, as well as maybe other people that have entered the competition, that might be the start of their business too?
Yeah, definitely.
So you're kind of helping people to kickstart their ideas a little bit.
Yeah, the project that wins, who knows if that's actually going to end up being the one, that old name that I won't say Facebook, because everyone says that. But right. I won't say that. But for people who have an idea, this could be the first step. And people shouldn't be thinking about, well, it's not at the point where I'm ready to do a Shark Tank type presentation. If what they get out of the experience is that they take an idea, something that they've been thinking about maybe for years, and they advance it to the point where it can continue to grow just in the right direction, and might very well end up with a significant project at the end of it.
Yeah, sounds so.
Yeah, the other thing that's really cool about this is that you're not doing it on your own. You'll be surrounded by a group of other individuals who are also launching new ideas and new projects. So just that support network is so important when you're trying to do something new and outside of the box.
Yeah, that sounds like The Apprentice too, to me, because I used to watch obviously I just sit around and watch TV a lot, but it sounds really, really exciting. It sounds like, if somebody wanted to get involved, then what would they do? What do they do next?
So they can visit the website. It's designsprintcayman.com, and all of the information's on there. The different dates that you want to mark down in your diaries. The deadline is the 31st of January, and all of the application forms and details are up on that website.
Okay.
So it's designsprintcayman.com.
All right, designsprintcayman.com. Okay, and if they don't remember that, can they just go on Cayman Enterprise City and they'll find it there as well?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So it's on your main page, and then you'll just be able to click and find that. Because I looked it up as well today. So I'm gonna just give a little information. That I found. So it's a series, and 10 successful projects will be invited to take part in training sessions and workshops based on design sprint exercises. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so you have a design sprint team then that has created these exercises?
Yeah. We have a gentleman called Paul Keene, and he is a UX designer, and he's going to be coming in and teaching some of the workshops. And we also have some design thinkers who are doing an online workshop from Boston.
Oh, nice.
We're tuning in on the 14th of January at 4 p.m. There's an online session to talk about everything, what design thinking is, and how do you think about your customer, and all sorts of really cool theory behind developing a business project.
Right. So after the workshop is complete, competitors will be given 1 month to streamline their project and work with professional project advisors before presenting their final project to the judges at the end of March. Yes? And so participants may compete as individuals or as teams, and admission is free, and it's open to Cayman Islands residents over the age of 18. Yes? Okay. So listeners, you've just heard that. That's the call that's kind of, out to you. All right. So if they wanted to join as a team, like, is there any criteria for a team? Like, how many people? Does it have to be a certain amount, or can it be any number? How does a team apply?
It can be any number. We don't have a set number, but obviously, if you have a team of 20 people, that's going to be pretty difficult to work
Right,
with. So
right.
be reasonable. And I I couldn't say a number of how many team members, but you might want to develop a team with a marketing person, a legal person, and a developer or something like that. Or you might already have a team. Maybe work with a team of 5 people and you can enter that team as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I used to do a lot of training at the Chamber of Commerce, and whenever I did like a customer service workshop, I always set people up in teams, like teams of 4 or 5, and just say, okay, create a project. Like, you're just going to create and then you present it to the group. And so they'd have to come up with their own thing, and I'd have people coming up with a carnival, or some people did the easy thing like a wedding or something. But really, just all of these amazing ideas, and then there was always, like what you just said, a marketing person, a salesperson, PR person, and the business person, financial person, and just for them to figure out that all of these roles are so important when you're trying to deliver something, because it can sound great in your head, and then all of a sudden you look at it and it's like, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, it's going to cost that. Oh, that's going to cost too. So very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So,
and on the application form, you'll see what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses for this project. And if there are any weaknesses, we can try to match you with project advisors to help fill in those gaps. So if you're like, I have this really cool idea, I love it, I just need some marketing advice, or I just need some advice on how I would actually develop this project, then we can help with that.
And Charlie, you just mentioned Facebook, just kind of, but because it is that idea, right? That no one thought was going to do what it's done, and it's amazing. So just a simple idea like that could just take off. What are some other ideas to maybe have the listeners kind of think about? Because for me, I don't know, I don't even know if I'm abstract or what it is, but I kind of am more. I like someone to tell me something and then I can figure it out, as opposed to me coming up with something. I don't know why. It's social work, who knows what that is, but I think numbers people are more like they can figure out that stuff a lot quicker. What are some other ideas that you could think about?
Well, I think the one of the best places for inspiration is that if you have a problem, or if there's something that really bothers you, this doesn't work very well. Somebody should fix that, or somebody should design a better version of that product.
Right.
I think a lot of the time that's where the inspiration comes from. People trying to solve a problem that maybe and if it's not unique to them, then the solution might very well have a very wide acceptance when you bring it to market.
Right.
So I would say that to anybody who is entrepreneurially minded, wants to do something like this, searching for an idea, maybe think about something that is a pet peeve, or something that bothers you, or something that doesn't work very well, and think about how you would fix it.
All right, there you go. So if you're thinking of any problem that might have come up and you might have come up with a solution, you could be well on your way of maybe getting involved in this competition.
Yeah.
Right?
Like the one, if you want a concrete example, I think the Bento app or Let's Eat app, that's a really good example. There was a problem, we were all locked at home and had to, order some food in, and that was a quick solution to the problem. So building that app was kind of like something that was launched, and that's a really good example.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think so. Yeah, and it's continuing right now. Yeah. So it's made life easy for a lot of people, like forever. That I saw somebody go to Burger King and Let's Eat. So people are getting Burger King. So you're right. It's brilliant. It really is. So yeah. So there you go. Why do you think competition like this is important in communities?
Well, from my perspective, I think and looking at it from what we're trying to accomplish with our project, is that we're it's not all about for some people, it's not all about study for a career and get a job and follow that path. For some people, they want to create, they want to do their own thing, and so this initiative is a platform for people who they want to start their own business, but maybe they don't know how. And so, there are a variety of ways you can go about it, but we think that this is a very exciting and new way for local people to take a look at, how do I start something new that's mine?
Okay. So just as long as you have the idea, this is the opportunity to apply, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about. I had a couple of ideas. I don't want to give them away. It's probably too good.
Definitely don't.
Just
Definitely
stop that. But yeah, no. So to really kind of like how do we flesh it out? I was thinking over I think a couple of weekends ago about as much money as being spent on university, right? And so times really have changed in the last 10 years. I mean, 10 years, it seems like a long time, but I don't know about you, Charlie, but I blinked and 10 years passed by,
Exactly,
like
yes.
it really did. And I just thought about, all the money that I spent in university with my children, and I don't regret it, but I just think like, wow, it was a lot of money, like over 100, $30,000, like for 4-year degrees. I thought, gosh, that would have been nice. I bet if I had given them 20,000 or 30,000, they'd probably be millionaires today. These are very creative, right? And I think that what I like about these days is that we are being a little bit more open minded, and we're seeing brilliance, not just from a university standpoint. And I think it's really good that the options are just becoming more normalized. And I like that. So I think this is one of the things that, yeah, it's kind of normalizing your brilliance,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's that creative outlet for individuals. Maybe they're in a job that they don't necessarily love, and we're like, oh, I'd love to start this, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
This just gives the opportunity. It's a catalyst, I guess, to push some projects forward.
Yeah. All right. So tell them about the website again, and just some of the little things that they need to do to apply for this.
Okay. The website's designsprintcayman.com. You can also find it on the Cayman Enterprise City website. And the deadline to apply is the 31st of January. We have an information session on the 22nd of January, and that's online. You can just tune in. But all of the dates and the deadlines and the workshops and the application forms are all on that website.
Okay, so how would they tune in on January 22nd?
January 22nd, you can email us to RSVP. Just send us your interest. Say, hey, I'm really interested in taking part in some more info sessions. Maybe I have some more questions. You can attend and send us your questions. And the email for that is innovate@caymanenterprisecity.com.
Okay. And if they go to the website, would they be able to, is there a contact us type of thing as well? So
yeah.
I'm just saying that because I know that thing, and they know they can go to that main place.
Yeah.
Then they'll go there and find. I'm talking about myself, really. But if I can find that main thing, I'm going to navigate it myself. So if you're definitely driving along and you're hearing about this and it sounds like something you'd like to do, or your child might like to do, because you might have a 20-year-old or 18-year-old at home that's so creative, and just every time you turn around they come up with something, and it's like, hey, why not, right? So why not get involved? So if you guys were to have 30 teams, 30 people coming in, you can handle it?
That would be amazing. We might have to do 2 competitions in the year.
Okay.
But we're hoping, if all goes well and we do get some great engagement, we'll run this again next year.
Okay. So have you gotten any responses yet? You have any
so
teams?
far? So yeah.
You have
teams in.
Oh, nice. A period or a 2-month period that they'll be working on their project?
Yeah, all the way from as soon as we announce the 10 final the 8th of February.
And how,
that in whenever you have time to work on the project. But the design weekend, which is probably the most intensive kind of bit of the workshops, runs from the 27th to the 28th. February. One professionals come in and talk to the group.
Okay. And this is kind of similar, sorry, to junior achievement as well? Where they come up with stuff?
Yeah.
Same little idea like that.
Same idea, yeah. Probably different network, I guess.
Yeah.
And a different age group. I mean, anyone over the age of 18 can apply for this.
All right. Okay. So Cayman Enterprise City, that's what you're working on right now. Anything else coming up this year?
We've got our internships, the applications for our internship program. So if you're between the ages of 18 and 25, and you're looking for some work experience, the internships are now open for applications, and the deadline for that is April 1st.
Okay.
And that's a great way to be partnered with some of our special economic zone companies. So if you're looking for a career in technology or marketing, what else? Artificial intelligence.
Okay.
There are quite a few opportunities there. So definitely, if you're looking for some work experience, check out the website. And there'll be details on there.
All right. And so the deadline for that is April 1st.
Yeah.
So when will the internship then be projected to start?
Typically in the summer months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a regular 9-to-5 day job type of thing?
Yeah. It depends on what internship placement you are matched with, but they typically run for 1 to 2 months.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. That's awesome. So that can also be found on the website. So anything else that you'd like to leave the listeners with this afternoon?
The only thing I'd like to say, going back to the business design competition, is that we talked a lot about tech, projects or products or whatever. But it's make sure everyone understands that it's not limited to that. So if you have a good business idea, and you think that it might benefit from moving through a formal process, a design thinking process, then please apply.
Okay. All right. Anything, Caitlin?
No, I think that's it. I think we covered a lot.
And it is website again?
designsprintcayman.com.
Okay. And the email?
innovate@caymanenterprisecity.com.
All right. And the main website is?
caymanenterprisecity.com. You can find a link to the designsprintcayman.com.
All right. And so that business design competition, it is the deadline to apply is the 31st of January. So whatever ideas have come up, because I have ideas 3:00 in the morning, always. They're so good. They're going to save the entire world. And then 5:00, I'm like, maybe not. I don't know. What was I thinking? But you know what? I find if I've thought of them after 5 in the morning, they're usually pretty sound. So yeah, creative. We have so many creative young people. And that's really who you're targeting. Yeah.
Yeah, creative young people, or people who are looking for a career change or a side hustle, anything like that. Come on, apply.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. That was the voice of Caitlin Elphinstone. She's the VP of Marketing and Public Engagement at Cayman Enterprise City, as well as Charlie Croconnell, who is the CEO and CEC. Yeah. No, CEO of Cayman Enterprise City. CEC.
That's right.
Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. There you have it. Go on to caymanenterprisecity.com and check out this business design competition and, get involved, because you know what? It might not be the winning idea, but it could be a winning idea. It's yours sitting on, right? All right. So thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. Thank you all. Also, the listeners that joined me this afternoon, the first day back in January. We're going to make 2021 amazing, right? We're going to do it together. and just, wake up with that smile and get your day started. Have a great afternoon. This is your Drive at 5 Straight Talk Show, and I'm Catherine Tyson, and I'm wishing you a great evening. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
I can leave these flyers with